So we have acquired the language, and that is the reason why I can walk here and there talking about what I want. That is, I am fluent, I do believe. So that is the reason why I'm going to show you how you can do that, how you can be fluent if you want. So therefore, today this is not a big lesson. I wanted to show you that you have to acquire this. Hi there, I'm Suranga from English Wind, and today I'm at Gold Fort. You can see the beautiful sea and everywhere. It's really beautiful, fascinating. Today's topic is, it is totally immersion. Today's topic is how to acquire a language acquisition, how to acquire fluency, how to be fluent in language. That is it. So, actually, how to be fluent in a language. So, to acquire fluency, what you can do? You can do different things. Those days when we ask people, they would say that you have to learn words, idioms, phrases and things like that to be fluent. And they would say that, yeah, think about pronunciation. And on the other hand, they would say that you have to learn grammar. These are the things that people acquire. People basically learn to be fluent. Yeah. Just go to the school system, our school system, not only in Sri Lanka and in many countries, basically everywhere in the world. When you learn English as a second language, not only English, but any other language, maybe Urdu, maybe Hindi or whatever, the language you want to acquire, when you learn the language as a second language, basically it's really, really difficult to acquire. Why is that? We know that when we come to Sri Lanka, we go to school, we learn active voice, passive voice, grammar, perfect tenses, will, shall and everything, conditional clauses, direct speech, indirect speech and everything, when we do all of us. And then thereafter, we find that we cannot speak the language, that is it. And when we do advanced level, we go to general English, and in general English we have listening or whatever, different things. But yet for all, you are not in a good position to speak. Do you understand what I say? But people still believe that learning language is learning grammar and learning vocabulary and a bit of pronunciation, that is it. So you cannot acquire a language fluency. Fluency is actually, you should have a flow. Language should be just like a sort of a fluid. It should flow just like water. So when I'm talking about all these things, I have no notes prepared, and I'm not thinking about something I have written, not a speech. So therefore, this is what we call fluency. If you want something, if you think about something, you can express the idea. That is what we call fluency. So therefore, to be fluent, it is not sufficient, the grammar and vocabulary. Yeah, that is it. That is what generally people believe. So doing advanced level, even we cannot speak the language most probably. And maybe we are following, we are reading for degrees, and we go to universities and we follow courses. And we are learning maybe general science or whatever it is, and special degrees sort of things. We follow all these things for 4 years, or maybe at times 5 years, completely in English, but still we cannot speak the language. So what do you think? People do not believe in all these things, but the real thing is comprehensible input. It is Stephen Krashen's comprehensible input is the whole theory behind fluency. And very nice thing is actually, there are polyglots. Polyglots are people who speak good number of languages, and they use languages to the fluent level basically. And Lydia Makoba, Steve Kaufman, Luca Lamprario, and there are people who use sort of second language, third language, fourth language, or whatever it is, foreign language, to fluent level. Good number of languages, not one. So, yeah, beautiful. Can you see? It is really beautiful everywhere. And in this environment, I'm talking about fluency, yeah. So you should see fluency. I'm just talking about what I feel, how to say. So that is in a way a fluency. So I'm talking about polyglots now. Polyglots are people who have acquired good number of languages. That is maybe 7 languages, 20 languages. In the case of Steve Kaufman, it is 20 languages, and that is it. So therefore, but they speak the languages in a very fluent way. Steve Kaufman, in the case of Steve Kaufman, he uses, I think he has learned more than 20 languages. Out of these 20 languages, he speaks 12 or more than that in a fluent way, fluency. He has acquired fluency, but unfortunately, when we talk about, I'll tell you it later, he has realized that he has learned all the languages, that is the 20 languages, yeah, with the help of that method. Yeah, you can see a cannon gun. Yeah, don't know whether you can see that cannon gun. Yeah, cannon gun. Oh, that is it. So Steve Kaufman says that he has learned all the 20 languages under the umbrella of the theory. What is the theory? Comprehensible input. He says Stephen Krashen is correct. He has thought that he had learned all these things in a different way, but it is not the way. The whole theory is comprehensible input. So comprehensible input is the best theory of learning languages. So therefore, now we have the chance to see how people speak, how people make conversations and debates, and vloggers, basically they do different sorts of videos going here and there, and then we can see how people speak, how people express their ideas in a way. So therefore, it is very easy to reach native speaker so that you can listen to authentic language, authentic things. Authentic things mean the real things, real conversations. And we have books, and even we have e-books. But unfortunately, when we say that comprehensible input, I have done several videos about comprehensible input, and then yeah, there is a very beautiful place here. You can see people happen to sit here, and yeah. Do videos and do different things, but okay, yeah, you can see the sea through this space. Yeah, that is really nice. You can see good number of dust moving here, and yeah, we are talking about comprehensible input. Comprehensible input is basically not a big theory. I mean, it has 5 hypotheses, 5 rules of Stephen Krashen. I'm not going to talk about all these things. Comprehensible input in nutshell is you learn languages only when you understand the messages. When you understand messages, that is when you understand what other people say, what other people talk about, conversations and stories, when you read them and when you listen to all these things. If you understand all these things, that is comprehension. Comprehension is basically what you understand, that is what you understand. If you do not understand the language, you cannot learn that. That is not comprehension. Input is putting in, that is receiving things. Input can be basically off through your eyes and through your ears. Listening, hearing, that is through your ears, and seeing, the reading books, reading papers, newspapers and things like that, basically of using your eyes. So therefore, there are 2 inputs, that is generally reading and listening. Yeah, that is it. When you listen to things, and if you understand all these things, not all these things, at least 50% of what you hear, then that is comprehensible input. And if you read and you understand most of the things that you read, then that is comprehensible input. If you are going to read and if you are going to listen to things that you do not understand, that is not comprehensible input. Yeah. So therefore, that is the idea of comprehensible. I should say what comprehensible input is. And then everybody, the polyglots, they believe in comprehensible input because they have acquired the languages using comprehensible input. So that is what I want to tell you. But when we explain things away, when we try to give you the message, some people do come and saying, oh, Aburu, yeah. I don't want to talk about all these things. Steve Kaufman's a guy who has acquired 20 languages. 20 languages, he says, Stephen Krashen is correct. That is, comprehensible input is correct. He has learned all these languages through comprehensible input. So that is it. So that is the thing. That is what I want to tell you. So if you want to acquire the language, you go to the videos of comprehensible input. And I have done good number of videos about comprehensible input. And yeah, it explains things away. And if you want to learn comprehensible input, you can use the videos. You can see the sea. It's really beautiful here. And you can see everything. Yeah, okay. Good number of people and Suddhas. One day I would come with my things and I would interview a good number of Suddhas. Soon I'll do that, and to show and to ask them how they have learned different languages. They can speak a good number of languages. Most of the people are not native English speakers, but most of them, the people who are coming to Sri Lanka, they can speak a second language, maybe English. Yeah, but I can use English. Therefore, I have to talk to people who have acquired English as a second language. So then I can show you how they have learned the language, what is the way that they have learned the language if they are free. Not today. Today I don't have enough time. I should be well prepared for that particular thing because bringing my tripods and everything, so I can do that. Okay, that is it. Today I just talked about things. I didn't want to teach you a lesson. What I wanted to show you is the fluency. Fluency is when I think of something, I can talk about that. That is fluency. That is my area. In my area, basically. If I want to go to a shop, I would go there and I would buy what I want. That is fluency. You don't want to think about all the words, all the phrases and things like that. Useless. So therefore, in your region, in your area, in your space, what you need is your capacity, your things, your words. Maybe the English that you want would be completely different from the English that I want, the English that Siripala wants. So therefore, English is different from person to person, what they want. So there is a very nice place. Should I go there? No, not today. Yeah, okay. So that is what I want to tell you. I'm going to wind up this tiny lesson. I wanted to show you that you have every reason to believe in me because I have acquired the language. So at universities, basically we did not read books because we could not. So that is the thing. So English level was really poor, and now it is okay. So we have acquired the language, and that is the reason why I can walk here and there talking about what I want. That is, I am fluent, I do believe. So that is the reason why I'm going to show you how you can do that, how you can be fluent if you want. So therefore, today this is not a big lesson. I wanted to show you that you have to acquire this. You can acquire this capacity, you can acquire this fluency by not basically practicing, but listening and listening and listening and reading and reading and reading give you the basic ground, the basement on which you can place your fluency. You can start your journey to fluency. That is it. Oh. So therefore, I'm going to wind up this mini lesson, and I wanted to show you what fluency is basically. If you are fluent, you can talk about anything that you want. That is it. That is fluency. What you have to do is not to acquire, not to collect words, not to collect grammar. Grammar is useless. Now it is just like drawing. So you may have pastel, you may have color pencil, you may have a lot of things. You may have watercolors, you may have oil colors, you might have sort of acrylic paint. But if you cannot draw pictures, useless collecting paints, papers, and all the other things that you need in drawing pictures. That is it. So it is just like that. when you are learning grammar, when you are learning vocabulary, idioms, and collecting all these things, what you do is you are collecting things. Even though you collect all these things, it would not be of much use in acquiring the language. So therefore, to acquire language, you go to comprehensible input of Stephen Krashen. I have done a good number of videos, that is 122 or 24 total immersion videos, stories. Stephen Krashen says the best thing is stories, and he is talking about three things. One is simple, interesting stories. Second one is conversations. Third one is reading. These are the things that make you fluent, and you get the particular comprehensible input. So therefore, go to all these things and go to my videos and go to other people's videos in internet about comprehensible input. And if you have no idea, you just start listening to watching my videos of storytelling, and I have good number of videos. You would find that gradually you acquire the language, and good number of people, hundreds of people have their comments in my channel saying that now they have acquired the language to a good level by just listening to my stories. So that is it. I mean, it is not because of they are my stories. Any story in English, if you can understand, you acquire the language. That is it. So this is the third time I'm going to stop this troubling video. Okay, bye.